What's up, fuckers, and welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K21 Next Gen. Today, we're going to be doing an 82-0 fantasy draft rebuild. Now, if you guys don't know what this is, basically the goal of the video is to go 82-0. No, I have never done it before. I don't know if any other Miley YouTuber has ever done it before as well. But yeah, that's going to be the goal today. You guys said you wanted a couple videos of, old school cheesy Massa where, I kind of make some pretty cheesy moves. So we're going to go ahead and do our best today. I thought it'd be most fair to do this in a fantasy draft style, just again because, when you tend to get into some of these other teams that, are already super good, it might be a little bit easier. Not that it's going to get me 82 wins, but if I went ahead and, had a team like, let's say the Lakers even, I guess, with LeBron and AD in the game, the Clippers, the Bucks, 76ers, Brooklyn Nets, obviously. You guys know what I'm talking about. So we're going to hop into this one, but before we do get into this one, if you guys are new around here, or you're just not subscribed yet to the channel, please do consider subscribing. It does help out the channel a ton. We're going to have a great summer ahead of us. I want you guys to be here for the ride. And if you guys leave a like down below as well with any other video ideas, that would be awesome as well. So I am going to go ahead and do the entire fantasy draft myself. I'm going to manually select all the picks. I don't know the fantasy draft order, so team doesn't really matter. I'll just stop in 3, 2, and 1. We end up with the Washington Wizards. So we're going to sim up to our pick. Who knows what it will be? We actually have a super high pick here. That's pretty cool. I see Nikola Jokic, and I'm really probably going to take him because it's not every day. I could also go Tatum. You guys know me. I do like Jason Tatum. We look at the guys who just went so far. Obviously, some of the top guys in the league. Luka goes number 1. That pretty much happens all the time. Giannis 2, Steph, KD, Kawhi, LeBron, and Harden. So I think Nikola Jokic is my guy here. He's obviously, in my opinion, he's the best center in the NBA. I'm assuming a lot of you agree with that. I know I just don't really see anybody else. Zion could be an option. He's really a 90 overall already, really. But yeah, Jokic is going to be my pick here. We are now going to sim up to my next pick. Again, I'll probably do 5 or 6 picks. I don't need to do every single pick, and you guys know me. I can typically draft pretty well. I like to, kind of keep it in the young department. Once we get past, the couple 2 stars or 2 or 3 stars, you typically get. So yeah, we obviously have our center locked up. D'Angelo Russell would not be a bad addition whatsoever. 24 years old, still very, very young. I would not mind CJ McCollum. He is the highest overall on the board, so I think I'm probably going to go with him though. So CJ McCollum, welcome to the team. We do have another decently high pick here. I'm now looking into some younger guys here. That's what I like to do. Keep the contract small. It tends to work out pretty well for you. So Tyler Hero's here. Maybe we can get somebody just a little bit of a higher overall, maybe a couple years older. We can see what we can do. Keldon Johnson's here. Marvin Bagley. Okay, so we're not getting the highest overalls. Obviously all the really young stars have probably gone off the board. I was just seeing if there's anybody here that they kind of miss. In the 20s, 22 years old, something like that. So. Who's the highest 22 overall? Okay, it's Bridges. So I think we're probably going to stick with, just drafting somebody who's the highest overall here. We're probably going to go, D'Lo's still here. I think D'Lo's my guy. I was actually very surprised D'Angelo Russell's still there. So we're going to make one more pick, and then we're just going to go ahead and sim it. So we have a point guard, shooting guard, center. At this point in time, we're obviously making our 4th overall pick here. I believe that is my 4th overall pick. Yes, it is. So 4th overall pick for us here. John Wall's actually still here. Danilo Gallinari, Plumlee, Al Horford. I actually might, hang on a second, I might do something kind of dumb just because I have a really good idea in mind. I'm taking Al Horford, moving him to power forward because overall is going to jump to either to an 84 or 85, and then I'm going to trade him. All right, we're going to send the rest of the draft. I'll see you guys the rest of the team. So here's the rest of the team that the CPU drafted for us. Obviously, we made these 4 picks. They ended up drafting Kevin Love for us, Lou Williams, Darius Bazley, nice young piece right there. Kent Bazemore, Dorian Finney-Smith, Utah. I can't say your name. You're going to be off my team. Oh boy, this guy's actually really good. I just can't. I'm just going to say the European from the Thunder. So, it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. But again, our goal is to win 82 games, and that's typically probably something, just snap your fingers and do. So, hopefully, Nikola Jokic, the god among men himself, can help us out with that. So, I'm going to switch around some positions and eventually get into some trades. So, I'll see you guys with that first move. So, this is pretty much the exact trade I had in mind when I went ahead and drafted Al Horford. I knew he was going to go either up to an 84, 85 overall at that power forward spot. So, Al Horford, 3 second-round picks, heading to Milwaukee. Funny enough, they actually got Chris Middleton back. Chris Middleton's now going to be coming to Washington and going to be my new starting small forward. We're definitely not done with trades, though. Really solid second trade here with the New York Knicks. Lou Will, Kai Bowman, and Jonah Bolden heading over to New York. Lou Dortz and Davis Bertans heading back to us here in Washington. Very excited about that trade. We're going to slide Lou Dortz right into that backup shooting guard spot. We do have Kent Bazemore as well, but I think, Lou Dortz, 21 years old, obviously great defensive player. Very excited to see what he can do for us. Locked up the entire video. Very huge for me here. So we probably have 1 or 2 more moves. So obviously with the power forward position figured out, Kevin Love is no longer needed here. We're going to be moving him and our boy Utah here, along with a first round pick for Dennis Schroeder and Terrence Ross. from the LA Clippers. I think Terrence Ross is probably my goal with him, is just to get me another first-round pick because I don't really need him anymore. So Terrence Ross, again, would be huge for us, but I do, want to go ahead and use Lou Dortz quite a bit. So anybody want to give me a first-round pick along with, just somebody that's never really going to play for me? Come on. Seriously? Nobody wants him. Oh, brother. All right. Well, kind of hurt myself there a little bit. I thought I'd maybe get at least one offer, but, I could theoretically maybe move Ross to the small forward spot, run him over Dorian Finney-Smith. That's what I'm probably going to end up doing, and then trade him this offseason. So I'm actually fine with that. It's actually not the end of the world. So Terrence Ross slide up that small forward spot. Actually, 79 overall. All right, we're all set with the rotation, or with the trades, I guess, and I'll go ahead and set the rotation. So here's how the rotation is going to look for us for the start of year number 1. I'm actually really excited about this team. I think we made a lot of good moves that actually is going to set us up. One for success immediately in the first season. Again, when we do these fantasy drafts, I know I mention every time I do one, but the league obviously evens out quite a bit. I mean, there's obviously still some teams that are, better than others. But I really do think this team can definitely be competing here in the Eastern Conference. I really, really do. And again, that's not a shot at the East. Obviously, we did fantasy draft. It's totally different. But I think we're in a really solid spot right now. Along with that, I think we set ourselves up very well for the future, in terms of, the contracts we're going to have. We don't have a ton of expiring contracts. And I think our bench is already in a really solid spot as well. So, year number 1, D'Angelo Russell, CJ McCollum, very dynamic backcourt. I think they can work well together. Middleton, who hit a game winner in real life today against the Miami Heat for them to win game 1 of that series. So, I'm very excited for these playoffs, by the way. Just watch my Celtics have a heartbreaker. Not really. I mean, they had a really good first half. But we're not doing that right now. Davis Bertans sliding into that power forward spot. We obviously picked him up, replacing Kevin Love, who was here for a hot sec, but probably, wasn't ever going to be here long term. So I'm excited about Bertans. And then obviously the man, the myth, the legend, I believe the Serbian GOAT. Yeah, Nikola Jokic. I know he's a GOAT. I was just wondering if he's from Serbia or not. Yeah, he's playing 37 minutes a night and doesn't have a backup. So I know we're in a positionless NBA, these days where Blake Griffin's playing center and stuff like that. But I'm still very comfortable with him. Lou Dort's going to be my 6th man here, getting 23 minutes a night. Very pumped about him. Terrence Ross, Dennis Schroeder, and then Darius Bazley. So the bench is already in a really good spot as well. I think Schroeder might be our only free agent after this year. Yes, he is. So yeah, that's pretty much the only thing we're going to have to worry about this offseason, because I believe everybody else in the starting lineup is locked up. If we take a look at those contracts. So again, really good spot. Really happy with the way we've done this so far. We're obviously not getting anywhere close to 82 wins this year, but hopefully it'll eventually at some point in time. So we're all set now for year number 1. Let's go ahead and start simming. See what happens. So as I said, before we started simming the year, I thought this team was going to be really good. And boy, let me tell you, I was right. We are a 1 seed here in the Eastern Conference. Nikola Jokic averaged 25 points, 17 rebounds, and 10 assists. Averages a triple-double and wins the MVP award for us. I mean, good God, thank God I drafted him. I'm very happy with that pick. LaMelo Ball, Rookie of the Year for the Philadelphia 76ers. Yusuf Nurkic, 6th man in Houston. Jonathan Isaac, Defensive Player of the Year, still in Orlando. Chris Boucher, still in Toronto, Most Improved. And Scott Brooks, Coach of the Year, we go 63-19. So, I think a good goal, a good aspiring goal would to perhaps break the all-time record of 73-9 by the next time we simming next year. So that means 74-plus wins. But again, that is a big goal. So if we're 70-plus by the end of next season, that would not be too bad. Obviously, we do have to make some upgrades this offseason, pretty much no matter what. So we do the Miami Heat in the first round. Let's go ahead and check out some player stats real quick. Nikola Jokic, obviously, who's right off you his stats, Mr. Triple-Double himself. D'Lo with a really solid season. CJ McCollum as well. Chris Middleton, really great four-headed monster right there. Schroeder, Davis Bertans. I mean, again, he's probably going to take a backseat in this starting lineup. I mean, you look at some of his previous years, when he was in Washington. I mean, numbers are up a little bit, but that Washington team doesn't look anything like this. So I'll take those numbers, from him pretty much any day of the week. Terrence Ross off the bench, Lou Dort, Darius Bazley, Kent Bazemore actually ended up getting a couple minutes. Rebounds was obviously Jokic, and assists was obviously Jokic. Man, he is crazy. Miami Heat, Steph Curry, Terry Rozier, Danny Avdija, Danilo Gallinari, and Thad Young. Wow, man. That's a pretty solid, wow. And it takes us 7 games, but, I mean, it is Steph Curry at the end of the day. Orlando, Dame, Buddy Hield, Jonathan Isaac, Eric Pascal, and Jared Allen. Pretty, okay. Fuck me, right? Okay. That's the thing about these fantasy drafts, man. You never know which way they can go. Kawhi goes back to Toronto, beats the Lakers in 6, and gets another Finals MVP. So, again, a championship would be cool. I guess really the challenge here is 82-0. It's probably not going to happen if we're being honest, but, we're going to try. We're going to try our best. So I always go ahead and reject all these if you guys do not know that. Draft lottery right now, I don't think we have anything. I don't see Wizards anywhere, I don't think. So we're just going to go ahead and sim this. Hawks projected number 1. They fall all the way to 4. 76ers, who have LaMelo on their team, end up with the first overall pick. I don't love Scott Brooks, but we do have a decent budget, so I'm going to go ahead and probably let him go. Same with Tony Brown, and probably same with Robert Pack. You're fine, and then we do hopefully get that A-train and my boy Randy Martin. So we're going to go ahead and look at some assistant coaches right now. Underwood. I think my boy Mike Stauffer here is probably going to be my guy. You know, get both those guys here. It's obviously a couple of huge additions there. Owen Taylor. Is anybody better? Chip England. I have no idea who you are. Can I get you now, Chip? Whoops. Where's my boy Chip? Can I afford you now? Yes, I can. We have a decent assistant CO. I'll sign Logan Smith because, sure, we need a CFO. All right, let's head up to the NBA draft right now. I don't even know if we have our first round pick this year. We do. It's actually at pick 29. I probably won't really be taking anybody, especially that late. I don't really think we need to move up. I think the starting five's kind of developed. Obviously, kind of the one position I'm looking to upgrade is maybe that power forward spot, but it's not a huge deal if we can't get somebody that good. You know, right off the bat, and as I mentioned, we do have all these guys still locked up under contract, so let's see if we can make some sort of trade happen. So I tried to trade for 3 different power forwards. Unfortunately, none of them were happening. I tried to trade for Siakam. I tried to trade for Domantas Sabonis, and I tried to trade for Kristaps Porzingis. Unfortunately, none of them were happening. I didn't even try for Randall. 1, he's a free agent, and 2, I'm just assuming that the same thing was going to happen. Well, he's not a free agent. I think he has a team option, actually. But I think at this point in time, we kind of just need to reload in the first-round pick department. We don't have a ton of assets. I don't think we're getting much here for this. I don't think anybody's going to offer me any sort of first-round pick. So yeah, no, doesn't look like it. So we'll take 2 future seconds from Chicago for our late first-round pick this year. And now probably Dorian Finney-Smith, if I can get another first for you, probably on his way out as well. Memphis wants to give me one. That's fine by me. So we're not going to be drafting anybody this year. We do still need to figure out the power forward spot. Lou Dort, Darius Bazley, 2 Oklahoma City Thunder members. Welcome back to the team here. Moratorium, I guess. Wow, it's such a weird word. Kawhi has 19 offers. Looks like he's going to go back to Toronto. So we do have Schroeder and Damian Jones who are in free agency. You guys want to see Cheesy Massa? I'm probably going to re-sign both of them, and then Damian Jones is going to get me a first-round pick. So that's probably all we have money for. Yeah, we have literally $0. So Schroeder, I'll give around probably 12.2 a year, and then Damian Jones, I'll do, you know, for whatever. And we'll get him back, and we will probably call it a day. And then Damian Jones is going to get me a first-round pick at least, unless I go ahead and trade him for another player. We'll see you guys whatever I do with him. Okay. That went through. We picked up Siakam. I needed a new power forward. We had way too many assets on this team. So, Pascal Siakam officially welcome here to the Washington Wizards. So, I mean, I am fine with this team right now. I think we're probably going to have to make a couple upgrades next offseason. But, you know, for now, Siakam just had a really solid year, you know, for Denver. So, it's going to be 19.5, 7, and 3.5 along with a steal and a block a game. So, I will definitely take that any day of the week. Nikola Jokic, obviously, still our MVP center. And this team is all set, and obviously we'll hopefully get, you know, some significant upgrades next offseason. But what I'm going to do now is hopefully play some sort of cheesy game right here. And who do you think I can get the most first-round picks for? Raul Neto's the highest overall. You know, I'm going to go ahead and abuse this pretty much any day of the week. I'm just going to go ahead and just keep doing it. You guys want to see Cheesy Massa? You got him. I'm going to go ahead and sign James Johnson, move him down to small forward, and I'm going to hopefully get a first-round pick for all of these guys. And I'll see you guys with the rotation at the start of year number 2. So year number 2, we are all set here with the rotation. It is almost the same starting 5 as last year. Obviously, the addition of Pascal Siakam is a pretty big upgrade. So D'Lo, McCollum, Middleton, Siakam, and Jokic. Bench, pretty similar. Lou Dort, Dennis Schroeder, Darius Bazley, and then our, you know, the one difference, our boy Alexa. It's just not going to happen. If you want to know, I mean, you guys said you wanted a cheesy rebuild. Trust me, you are getting one. I mean, if you want to go ahead and see what I did here, we have first-round picks now. Pretty much 4 days. If you want to know how you do this, it's pretty simple. You literally just sign everybody to minimum contracts in free agency, and I promise you at least one team will offer you first-round picks. No, theoretically, I could probably get 30 first-round picks doing it. Am I going to do that? No, because it's a little bit dumb. But I did it for 4 different players. So we kind of reloaded on first-round picks. Some are actually a little more valuable than others. We technically do have 3 first-round picks in this upcoming draft. Maybe one of them will hit big. And then we can kind of reload the team for the 3rd and final year. So I know I said 73-plus wins is kind of what I was looking for. This team's really good. I don't think we're quite at 73 yet, but maybe, you know, high 60s, something like that. That would be cool to see. So this is it for year number 2. I will see you guys, hopefully, with a 1 or 2 seed. So once again, Nikola Jokic, another MVP, another insane year. We're number 1 in the conference, number 1 in the power rankings as well. 22, 16, and almost 9. You know, did take a small dip in the assists. Would have liked another triple-double, but it's okay. It is what it is. Cade Cunningham, Rookie of the Year for the Atlanta Hawks. Man, I love those Hawks jerseys. Killian Hayes, 6th man, probably backing up Cunningham. Did he average? Oh, I thought it said 23 for a second. Isaac Defensive Player of the Year once again. Jaden McDaniels, Most Improved. Mike Stauffer. We go 56 and 26. So, you know, a little bit worse than last year, surprisingly, but still a 1 seed. I will take that. We take a look at some player stats right now. Jokic, D'Lo, Siakam, whoa, I almost said Giannis, McCollum, Middleton. I mean, this team's really good. This team is definitely really good. I mean, Jokic leads us in all statistical categories. We got Brooklyn here in the first round. Conley, Donovan Mitchell, Tim Hardaway Jr., Usman Garuba, and Kristaps Porzingis. Really solid 8 seed over there in Brooklyn. Are you kidding me? Seriously? I mean, what is wrong with this team? I don't really know what's wrong with this team. Jokic averaged a triple-double. It's sort of shit ain't him. I don't know, man. I don't know. Obviously, I'm making trades this offseason, but I don't know. I really don't know. All right, we're going to head up to league meetings right now. Obviously, all of those are rejected. See if any of these lottery picks actually hit for us. I see Washington a couple times. So we were projected number 10, and we were projected number 12. And so, honestly, not that bad. So, we actually do end up with Wizards. We have 11 and 13. It could definitely be worse. Staff signing. Stafford still has 2 A+ ratings. It's not his fault. Our assistant coaches are fine. Our assistant GM's fine. I'm just going to guess I'll get a new head scout just because why the fuck not? So, we'll head up to the draft. Might make a draft day trade. We do have 2 first-round picks, I believe. We actually might have 3. We actually do have 3. We have the Bucks pick and then a second-round pick as well. So, time to make a trade. First trade here is going to be with the LA Clippers. CJ McCollum, pick 11, pick 30, and a future second for Klay Thompson and Mike Muscala, who's going to be getting me, hopefully, some sort of first-round pick. We're not done. So I tried to trade for Devin Booker. I tried to trade for Jaylen Brown, neither of which went through. I threw the fucking book at them and nothing. Literally nothing. No counter offers. I gave them literally Chris Middleton, 4 first-round picks, and Dennis Schroeder, and they didn't want it for Jaylen Brown. So, fuck you, Detroit. We're going to go ahead and try to get Brandon Ingram now. Again, he's not somebody you snap your fingers and trade for, but I would not mind trying to get him here. Thank you. Brandon Ingram, welcome to the team. All right, he's going to be my new starting small forward. I'm really excited about this starting 5 right now. I really think it actually is in a really good spot right now for us to win next year and hopefully win 70-plus games. Again, I don't really think that 82-0 is going to happen, but I think this team's going to come pretty damn close. So, all of you are coming back. I do want to upgrade the bench, definitely. Denzel Valentine should not even be an NBA player. So, we head into this obviously loaded free agency with $0 fucking dollars. It would have been cool to have money for this, but again, really can't build an 82-0 team in one offseason. So we take a look at this roster right now. I think I'm comfortable with Lou Dort coming off the bench still. I'm going to, make a couple changes probably, but yeah, I'll see you guys with the next move. So our final really big trade here is going to be with the Detroit Pistons. Pascal Siakam, our boy Alexa, whatever. And a first for Domantas Sabonis, Chuma Okeke. Welcome to Washington. So we now do have a shit ton. I signed Daniel Tice and I signed Drew Eubanks just to be trade pieces for me. So I'm going to go ahead and probably figure out a new backup small forward. Tice is definitely going to be included. I'm going to include probably one of these 2. Let's look at our numbers. Not bad. Actually really solid. I think Ukiki is going to be the guy. Sorry, Darius Basley. You're probably the odd man out. So, I'll see you guys with that trade. Sadiq Bey and JaMychal Green, welcome to Washington. Sadiq Bey is going to be my new backup small forward. I think at this point, I actually might look to upgrade either Lou Dort or Schroeder. I mean, Schroeder's been solid for us. Dort's actually not as much. I mean, obviously, he's probably playing some decent perimeter defense for us, but I think if I could maybe include JaMychal Green, Drew Eubanks, and Lou Dort, I can probably get something pretty solid for me at the backup shooting guard spot. So let me go ahead and do that. JaMychal Green, Drew Eubanks, Lou Dort. Can I get a decent backup shooting guard? Somebody just a little bit better. I saw my boy Penis Cantor there. Okay, Brandon Clark's here. I'm not really seeing any shooting guards right now. Combined, that's like almost $10 million. So if I go ahead and do this manually, if I go player finder, point guard, shooting guard, and I go cap it at I'll cap it at $10 million. I don't even know if we have that much money. We do have a lot of trade exceptions, so we actually might have some money. 10-5. So let's see who we got here at the backup shooting guard spot. Tyler Hero would be cool. Can I get this to go through somehow? Lou Dort. Actually, I can definitely get this to go through. JaMychal Green. Seriously. And you can take Drew Eubanks as well. Oh my God. First round pick. It's Tyler. Oh my God. Thank you. All right, Tyler Hero, welcome to the team. We're now probably done with the bench unless I can get something crazy for these 2, but I highly doubt it at the backup point guard spot. And then we're going to probably call it a day. We are probably Lowry Marketing. Wow, we're actually getting some pretty good offers right now, but again, not a point guard. I do like Jordan Clarkson a lot. I just need a backup point guard right now, and I don't really want to hurt his overall a little bit. Derrick Rose, he's unfortunately probably going to regress a lot, though. What a year in Cleveland he had, though. All right, I'm going to chill for now. I think we're probably fine. I think Drew Eubanks is going to get me a first-round pick. I'll see you guys at the rotation. I'm going to see if Indiana will somehow give me Darius Garland for whatever picks I have remaining. Cool, he's going to be a new backup point guard. And wow, this team's actually looking pretty impressive right now. I will say we definitely bolstered the bench quite a bit. And again, I'm sure people are going to give me shit for choosing Tyler Hero over Lou Dort. It's literally just a 2K thing. I would take Lou Dort pretty much any day of the week right now over Tyler Hero in real life. I just wanted to put that out there for you. So we're going to go ahead and set this rotation. Unfortunately, a lot of these guys who are really good are probably not going to be playing a lot of minutes off the bench just because I do want this team to do super well for me. So I am super pumped about this team. I really think this team's going to do well. Am I missing minutes down here? I guess I really am. We will go 34 here, and I guess I'll give a 30. Who's my highest overall? Or who has the least amount of minutes? Honestly, fuck, I'll give a 37 Jokic. All right. That's how it's going to look here for the third and final season. As good as this team is, it's probably one of my better teams yet. I mean, I took a really cheesy approach with this. I don't think 82-0 is happening, unfortunately. So, D'Lo, Klay Thompson, Brandon Ingram, Domantas Sabonis, Nikola Jokic. Bench, Darius Garland, Tyler Hero, Sadiq Bey, and Chuma Okeke. I've actually, honestly, had starting lineups that are worse than that. So, definitely can't complain no matter what. I actually will sit with you guys until we lose a game, just to see, how this looks. 4-0, 5-0, okay, and we lose a game to the Jazz. Whoa, okay, let's relax. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 3. So the three-peat, at least in the MVP department, is complete. 21, 15.5, and 9. He's pretty good. 1-1 again in the power rankings and conference. Ron Harper, Rookie of the Year. Killian Hayes, 6th man once again. Jonathan Isaac, Defensive Player of the 3rd year in a row. Our boy Alexiev, or whatever the fuck his name is. 70 and 12. Okay, so it sucks. I definitely do want to do another one of these. If you guys can let me know down below whether you want it to be another fantasy draft, if you guys actually want me to randomly select a team, whatever it may be. I'd definitely be down to do it. I think this would be a fun little series we could figure out somehow. But again, I think we can probably do better than this, but I really did like the approach we took this year. I thought we did really well. 320+ point per game, guys. Take a look at some numbers right here. Thompson, holy shit. Okay, I know there's a lot of other talent down here. I mean, I guess you're nothing more than a spot-up shooter on this team, but that's a little tough. All right, Charlotte here, round 1. John Morant, Herter, Wiggins, Jaden McDaniels, Bam Adebayo. We haven't even made it out of the second round yet, and I really hope we can do that this year. Really solid team there in Detroit as well. I think we're definitely just so much better than them, though. We sweep them as well. Atlanta, Cunningham, Bradley Beal, Royce Neal Jackson Jr., and Victor Wembanyama. Wow. Okay, we sweep them as well. Okay, like, seriously? I mean, I know I made some serious upgrades to this team this past offseason, but I really feel like we probably could have at least made the finals, with the team we had previous, but it's fine. Okay, there's not a goddamn chance in hell this team even wins a game. Yes, you have KD, but there's just no chance. All right, you win one game. Congrats. Nikola Jokic, finals MVP. So we do get one championship out of it. I would obviously hope for more. I mean, championships aren't technically a part of it, but we do end up finishing with a pretty solid squad, in my opinion, and 70 wins. So not quite 82-0. I definitely, I gave it my all. I do apologize. Probably a couple of things I could have done better, but nonetheless, I am pretty happy with this team. So, as I mentioned previously, if you guys do want to see me do this again, some sort of series, something like that, I don't know if I'll ever do it for every single team. I'm sure a couple of you will comment that down below, but, I could. I could definitely consider it. I am looking for series for the summer, so if you guys have anything you want to see down below, let me know down below in the comment section. As always, if you guys are new around here, please do consider subscribing. It does help out the channel and the videos a ton. We're on the road to 30K, and I'm really hoping to hit that by hopefully middle of June if all things go to plan. So, very pumped for this summer. I'm very thankful for all of you guys and all of your support. I'm pretty sure that about does it for me for now. Again, I apologize we didn't get 82 wins, but I definitely do want to do this again. So, any other video ideas down below in the comment section, as always. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you guys all in the next one.